Hi there. This is a reading for the collective. Take what resonates, leave the rest. Today we are going to talk about what it is that you have to be grateful for. I don't remember. I was like, did I do a reading about that recently? Maybe, but I guess we got to do it again because I was asking Spirit what we need to focus on, and that is what came through. There's a lot of love flowing around you, and a lot of with love comes gratitude, and let's talk about where your focus needs to be, what you have to be grateful for. Yeah, not the Five of Cups. Yeah, it's like I've been talking so much about how it's easy to focus on, what it is that you're lacking and what you feel like is going wrong. Gosh, these shuffle so nice. But, it's much better if you can focus on what is going well, what you have to be grateful for. And that's exactly what you're being asked to do right now. So, a lot of Queen energy. I saw the Queen of Cups earlier in a different, oh my God, not the Queen of Cups. It's reversed, but that's okay. I was just going to say, Queen of Cups, Nine of Cups. We love that. I saw the Queen of Cups earlier. So, only one that's missing is the Queen of Wands. A lot of Queen energy, which is really good. So, like, stepping into your power right now, even though these are easy to shuffle, I'm having a hard time. Stepping into your power right now and stepping into the new is a big thing. Nine of Cups is a big thing to be grateful for. Like, anything you could notice right now that you are doing that feels good to you, as far as like anything new that you're attempting, even if you're not, like, you're unsure of your footing with that Fool, like maybe you're like, oh, I don't know if it's going well. Like, yes, it is going well. Number one, it's always going exactly as it should. But number two is you are stepping into your power, and that is what you've been being asked to do for a long time now. And Spirit wants you to recognize that is a huge thing to be grateful for, because it's taking you a long time to overcome, like, your fear, your heartbreak, your demons, however you want to look at it. You've been on a long journey of self-discovery and a long journey of moving towards what it is that you have been wanting to do. And it's taken you, like, to step into this power that you're stepping into to actually go after those things. Those things, whatever it is. And not only is God proud, Spirit proud of you, but it's definitely a gratitude moment that you need to sit with and say, man, I made it here. I'm so proud of myself. I'm so grateful for the help I've gotten along the way, for the help I've given myself, etc. And one more thing I want to say before I really get into the reading. I'm sorry about the birds. I have you guys know I have I have earbuds, but so I don't know if you know, but speaking of stepping into power, I got a phone line. Yay! And I'm actually on my business phone right now to start off the new energy, to step into my power. And I was just trying to set up, like my earbuds, but they're trying to connect to my own phone. So I'm probably going to have to get another set of earbuds so you can, hear the birds, but not like this. But yeah, this is my new business card. It's got my phone number, the collective. I'm stepping into my power, and so are you, and it's really exciting. So yeah, I apologize for the birds, but it is what it is until I can get maybe another set of earbuds, because I'm not going to turn off my Bluetooth on my phone, my own phone. Ooh, Interesting. Moon. God, this deck is beautiful. You know, I won like a gift card and I was like, well, I was thinking of these practical things I could get, but I'm like, F that. I'm going to get a deck. And then I wasn't really seeing anything that I liked. And then this deck, I saw this deck. I've never seen it. It's called it's funny too. It's called the Pastel Dreams or something like that. I have Pastel Journey. And when I was putting the deck, you know, the box in my row, like I have them alphabetical, I was like, oh my gosh, I have 2 pastel. I love pastel stuff. I mean, this doesn't, I guess it is kind of pastel. I don't know. I mean, these are pastel, beautiful back of the decks, but, you know, new deck, who dis, but also pastels might be significant for you right now. And I was just thinking about wands, and then a wand card came out. Because when I was thinking about pastels, I'm like, well, red, I mean, the red is dark, but I mean, there are different color reds, so, and I saw this Knight of Wands earlier. Was it this one? Or maybe it was a different deck. It might have been a different deck. But it was reversed, so that's good because, you know, the Knight of Wands represents like forward movement, passion, and, you know, knights are middle of the ground as far as like experience or youth, if you will. This feels more like experience, but with it reversed in the other deck, it was giving this vibe of like needing to slow down and maybe having the wrong intentions. So for your passion. So the fact that it's up right here is sending a different message. And maybe you were in that Knight of Wands reversed. Hey, come on. Thank you, but no thank you. The Knight of Wands reverse energy before, but you're stepping into this, you know, holding the torch kind of energy and lighting, guiding the way. And we love that. But I feel like a lot of you, yeah, you may be lighting the way, but you're not afraid to let other people lead, or kind of like, you're like the type of leader that is with your people. So you're right there fighting with them. You're right there learning with them. You're right there growing with them, or whatever it is for you. And that's really beautiful. Like, you're not afraid to get your hands dirty, so to speak. Like, even if you've been, your gratitude is like, okay, I've come a long way and I'm stepping into my power, but, you know, that doesn't mean I'm not, like, I'm out of the fray and I'm not doing the thing. You know, I'm not just a leader. I want to be more involved, hands-on, and that's a beautiful, beautiful thing. Oh, interesting. Yeah. Oh, okay, this wants to go here. Oh. God, this deck is gorgeous. I'm going to have to, I don't usually rate decks on Amazon, but I'm going to have to do that with this one. Damn, this is unbelievably beautiful. And I should rate that other. Oh, another knight. And this is the other fast, like the fastest. This is actually the fastest moving knight, the Knight of Swords. Which is interesting when you think about it. Because Knight of Swords is like the mind, right? Of the mind is air energy. But look at how swift that knight is. Now, one thing I find interesting, this knight's facing this way. This knight's kind of, well, front, but also this way. And for me, like, the King of Wands, Queen of Wands is like, they're the, in my opinion, like the highest leading of the arcanas. Like, there's something about their leadership that I really like. Because even though, you know, wands are about passion and taking action and creativity, I feel like there's a mix of, you think about a Leo, right? I'm a Leo. We've got a lot of heart too, you know, and forward movement. Holy crap. 3 cards about moving forward. This is incredible. What's this, a Three of Pentacles? Oh, Three of Swords. Damn, that Three of Swords wants to be here. What was I saying? I was talking about these knights. Oh, I was talking about the Wands energy. So I just feel like Wands, like their arcana, like this Knight of Wands feels more, and I was literally just saying that with the group, like he's leading, but he's with the group, and like this Knight of Swords is kind of a lone wolf in a hurry, trying to get where he wants to go, but maybe not stopping to smell the roses or taking it, like he's just full speed ahead. This one feels more like methodical, you know, stopping when he needs to, but still getting there quickly, if you will, okay? And there's nothing bad about this energy, but I feel like that's a gratitude moment too, because it's like you've learned, you know, rushing, hey, come on. You know, they're quiet all day and then I get in here. Just like my dogs, you know. What was I saying now? You're making me forget what I was saying. Okay, I was just thinking about the Six of Wands, not it being in reverse. Oh, neither one is really wrong, but I feel like the gratitude moment is learning growth. Look at that. Seven of Pentacles, a lot of growth here. Is learning that, like, when you rush forward, that's when you might, you know, lose things along the way. Like maybe you've got important information that you dropped, like papers. Those kind of look like papers in there too, not just like feathers. But maybe you lost stuff along the way because you were too much in a hurry. Now it's like, this guy's got a torch. He's got everything with him that he needs. And he's better prepared for what's ahead of him than this one. And there's another horse too. So freedom, there's a lot of freedom. I feel like I want to leave this out, but I do want to see if there's any other cards that want to come out, because there's only one row. We got like an extra, which is fine, but I just like to check if I don't get one, that's fine. Yeah, I think we're done. One more time. Oh, okay. Well, there's that Queen of Pentacles again. And the Hermit. Yeah, I was thinking the Nine of Swords, so like the Three of Swords wanted something there. That's okay. We're good. All right, Seven of Cups reverse. Okay. All right. God, I cannot get over this deck. I am so sorry. Broken record. Okay. Now, where do I want to? Oops, so sorry about that. Gratitude. I'm kind of on the fence. Maybe that's a lot of what the energy is right now for you. Maybe you're, maybe there's a decision you were going to make, or, you know, with these knights, you know, I feel like these particular knights especially have a sense of direction, and maybe you had this like sense of direction you were going in, but now you're like, I don't know, is that the right direction, or is there a different route I need to take? Is there a different, does it look different than I thought? Does it need to look different than I thought? And it's okay to ask those questions. It doesn't feel like a doubting for you. It just feels like you're kind of retrospective now, and you're like, you think things through, and you're like, okay, I'm here now. I've arrived, but is it what I thought it was going to be, or is it, you know, empty now? Or, you know, because your motivations before were different, like I said, and I felt like I feel like it was more, and I resonate with this. That's kind of what I was saying. Come on, stop. I'm so sorry. I felt like it was hollow, right? Like I was chasing numbers. I was I've always had the intent to help people, always. Okay. But I was worried about how I was perceived. So if I didn't get a lot of numbers, I felt like I wasn't doing a good job. If I didn't help out a lot of people, same idea. So maybe and it doesn't, okay, in my relationship too, completely different energy now. And I think about my relationship a lot because it's definitely been a tool to help me grow and evolve. And I seek my partner for advice as well. So it doesn't have to be something like this. It could be relationship based, career based. But I definitely will say that, for me, a lot of it has to do with my business, and you might find that it's similar for you or it could be a approach to life, actually, in general. Like maybe you used to be somebody who was like gung-ho, I'm going to go do this. And now you're slowing down a little bit and recognizing, okay, yes, I want to get there, but it's not about the victory. It's about enjoying what I'm doing and for the right reasons and loving what I'm doing instead of empty, like promises is the word I want to use, like empty promises to the thing that you're talking about, or empty empty feeling about it. Like, yeah, it felt empty before. It didn't feel like real love, genuine love, but conditional. Like my business felt conditional, my relationship felt conditional. I'm not a conditional person now. I'm about unconditional living. Not to say that I don't do things conditionally, because I certainly do. It's not on purpose, but I'm trying my best to just live without conditions. So gratitude for unconditional living, I feel like, is a big thing Spirit God wants you to focus on if you're not doing that already. And maybe, and it's not to make you feel bad, but maybe looking at where you're being conditional, you know what I mean? And saying, okay, I need to stop measuring my success, or I need to stop, well, compared to somebody else's, or I need to stop putting pressure on my partner to perform a certain way, or, you know, like that sort of thing. Or if my partner doesn't do XYZ today, like that upsets me, you know, a lot of fire coming out. People are human and they're going to make mistakes. So giving yourself grace and other people grace for sure is a good thing. I swear every time I talk, they just start talking with me. They're agreeing with what I'm saying. I thought I was going to use a different deck, but I thought, oh, this will be cool. There's not a lot of colors in this. It'll kind of, I don't know. Sometimes it's about there is colors, but sometimes it's too about the, you know, how it is cohesive, I guess, as well. Not just the kind of deck I'm using with it. I like this message so far. It's nice. Oh, not a bird. Interesting. Hummingbirds, like this kind of energy is like playing it small. Like when it's got like this beautiful, like hummingbirds are so beautiful, and you know, they move quickly. Not them moving quickly. I can't. That cobra I saw while I was shuffling. Yeah, they're gorgeous, but like I feel like their energy's big, especially like you got this, you know, light around them, but I feel like it's kind of okay, well, I'm playing it small over here when there's strength in numbers, or oh god, not the shark. I don't like sharks. Oh, hello. I don't know, maybe they want owl, cosmic egg, fish, water, air. Ding. Some of you might have like a service spell where you work. octopus. Yeah, there's a lot of water, fire, tarantulas. There's another water one, right? Or, oh, fire. Wait a minute. Yeah, that's fire, because water. Oh, wait a minute. Oh my God, I'm soaking. Oh, no. This is water, I think. I don't know why they fill. Oh, maybe because of background. I was going to say, I don't know why they fill it in sometimes and then other times they don't. Yeah, I don't know. That's weird because that one's filled in. But it's definitely water. Okay. Let's get into it. Oh, damn. I grabbed something and okay. Stop. I was like, I grabbed something and I got to see what it is. The horse. Reverse though, which is okay. All right. And the moon. Here we go. Okay, that's still going. So, oh God, spiders give me the creeps. I don't know about you all. 6 of Wands reversed with the tarantula. I want to see what this tarantula means here. This deck I'm not very familiar with, so if I'm not picking something up intuitively, I might have to pull out the book. You'll just have to bear with me. At a crossroads, claiming life's purpose. When on a balance, hesitates over intellectualize. Oh, bleh, over intellectualize it. I swear I'll get it. Over intellectualize. Oh my God. Oh, intellectualizes. I got it. Woo! Okay. Hi, that's me for sure. I'm sure a lot of you resonate with that. So what was I just saying? My God, that's so wild. It's like you had this idea in your head of what the victory was gonna look like, but now maybe you're feeling like, oh, it's not what I thought. There's a little bit of lack, but I feel like there's also like, maybe because of the long journey you've been on with this, with you, with yourself, learning, and with this thing, with these things, you're like, I've been doing this for so long and been waiting so long for this. And now, like, I don't know if I want it, because maybe you feel like you're still waiting. Like, you're still waiting for the big victory. And God has to say to you to that is like, you're missing the point. You're still in that Knight of Swords energy then. If you're feeling like that, you're still in this energy and not this energy. Like, it's weird because I do feel like you're more in this Knight of Wands energy than this, but I feel like there's a little slipping backwards. And if you notice, I started in the middle and I went this way. And I was like, I'm doing that for a reason, but I didn't really talk about it because I wanted to see how it played out. And it's because, like, you know, obviously when you start over here, most of the time this is the start and you go to the finish line, right? But sometimes I've started over here because this card's important, or right here because this card's important. I was looking at the 9 of Swords, like that was really important. I started talking about this Knight of Swords, you know, like I don't have to go in a row all the time. I used to have to do that. That's how much I've grown. Whatever God wants me to talk about right now is what I'm going to talk about. And what I'm going to tell you that I've already said is that you're not, like, you are still wanting these things, okay? You still want whatever it is that you've been guiding yourself towards, what God has been helping you on your path towards. But there's a little bit of lack energy still hanging around, like, and it is what you make it. So if you look at your journey and you say, man, I have been working so hard for this, but still I am not successful, or still I want more out of my relationship, or whatever it is for you, then it's not going to feel good. But if you say, man, I've really grown, like I've done a lot to make it to this point, and I've lost a lot of things, but all those things I've lost are because I gained more things. Like it looks better than I thought. Like, get yourself talking about the good things and how you want it to look, instead of over intellectualizing and saying what more you want. Like, it's like, okay, I want more. And listen, God wants to give you everything you desire. It's not that, but I feel like there's a little disappointment on your end, and then God's kind of like, well, this is what you wanted though, and you can't have it all. Like, there's no end goal. Like, you're gonna keep getting more, right? So, the lack mindset, the disappointment, that's all kind of playing a role right now in how you're feeling about it. And it's okay. It's not to say you can't feel those things, but having, the higher perspective definitely helps move things quicker. Okay. So if you can sit down with gratitude and say, man, God, I am so grateful you helped me get to this point, and I can't wait to see what you have in store for me next, is a much better energy than, okay, God, really? Maybe have your moment with that. Maybe sit with that so you can let it all out. Like, man, God, I'm kind of disappointed. I thought there was going to be more to this. But I understand you have a plan, and, we'll see what happens, like, kind of thing. And I do have to say, like, I feel that there is some truth to, like, it doesn't look like you thought it would. But it's because there is something better for you. And it's not to say that it's going to be completely different and you're not going to do this thing, or you're not going to be with this person. Like, I think all these things are meant for you, but I feel like God is saying, you had the idea, and now it's like the genie. I'm seeing the genie from Aladdin. Like, okay, yeah, you had the great idea, but I'm going to turn it into something way better than you thought. Like, you can't even think of the what I'm going to do for you. You can't even imagine it, kind of thing. So maybe holding on to that will help you see things differently. Maybe not. It's okay though. Either way, gratitude's super important. So ants work together, but when I think about fire ants, like, they hurt when they bite you. So there's a feeling of, like, getting burned or getting bitten. I mean, there's a shark and a fire ant. I mean, you're going to die from that one though. You've been burned before, you've been bitten before. Like, that's kind of the energy of, like, this. It's like, okay, God, but, I've been down this road before and I see how it turns out. How do I know that my arm's not going to get bit off, or my feet aren't going to be swelling with blisters? And God is saying, well, you have to have faith. You have to trust your judgment. Like, I've said this a million times too. Like, you're a different person than before. You don't need to know everything. You don't need to, you have good judgment. So why are you acting like you're still over here, this Knight of Swords, instead of knowing that you are the Knight of Wands, or the Queen? Like, you're the Queen, even though the Queen's showing up in reverse, or the King, whatever, however you want to look at it. But I want to look up the shark and the fire ant, what it says. I mean, that is definitely, like, you're afraid to get burned again. And you're afraid that, it's going to turn south. Like, it's like almost that saying, I don't even know how it goes right now, but like, the bigger the person, the harder the fall, kind of thing. That's the same idea. I feel like you think, okay, well, this is going to be a bigger fall because it's a bigger deal to me. So, like, God is understanding why you're scared about that. But where the hell is the ants at? But that's where you have to have faith. Aggression, rigid thinking, following orders. In reverse, argues, excess heat, gossips. Okay, yeah. See, your tantrum, like, I know it's a tarantula, but you're kind of throwing a tantrum, and God is just like, okay, you go ahead and do that. It's not going to change, like, well, it's not going to change anything for sure, but it's definitely not going to bring you what you want quicker. Like, you already know that, so stop being a baby. Well, yeah, anyway. Directness, exposure, revealing true nature and desire. Why not a balanced, sneaky, destructive? Okay. Yeah, okay. So I'm visualizing like this Knight of Swords as you trying to go around. I saw something about obstacles earlier. You're trying to move through obstacles quickly that are being thrown at you. And God is saying, no, you have to go through it. Like, there's no cheating here. You can't cheat to get to the winning. So any uncomfortable thing that you're facing right now, you have to sit and face. You can't just, go around it. There's no faster way to get there where you're trying to go. And you already know that. Yeah. I feel like you've got a lot of the rules down. Like, you already know how things work here, but you're like, maybe I can try a new way that's easier for me and it'll get me there quicker. And God's just like, yeah, that's cute. That's funny. I'll just throw you another obstacle. Actually, instead, I'll just throw you 5 more if you're going to try to cheat out of this one. But yeah, there's kind of a bratty energy here. And, sorry. Again, it's okay to feel that way, but you throw your tantrum and let's get to where, like, it's almost like a self-sabotage too. Like, okay, well, it's not going to work anyway. I already know how this story goes, so I'm just going to fuck it up, but you can't. Like, you're already here. Like, you've already gotten this far. You're already in it to win it. So, yeah, you just got to do the thing. The moon reversed, judgment reversed, camel reversed, cobra reversed. So camels spit and cobras bite. Like, there's something with the mouth here again. Like the mouths of these animals. Like, your mouth does different things, right? It eats, it drinks, there's something about consumption that's coming through for you, what you're consuming. It's like you already know the value of the things you consume, so being mindful about what you're consuming. And like the judgment thing I was saying, like, you already know you have good judgment, so like the choices that you decide to make now, like if they're harmful to you and your success, like, you already know that. So that's on you and no one else. You can try to blame somebody else, but they're not listening. They already know it's not their fault, it's yours. This is not how I expected this to go. We're talking about gratitude. I feel like God's definitely pointing out where you're lacking gratitude, like, or where your mind's at right now and why you need to focus on gratitude, okay? Because it's very much like, I'm in this Knight of Wands energy, but I'm still acting even more like a Page of Swords. Like, I'm still acting very young and immature, like. And I feel like what's interesting about you, this feels like even younger than you were before. So this is like inner child. This is inner child energy, bratty inner child. I don't know how I didn't pick up on that the first time, but that's okay. See, I'm human, right? This is bratty inner child. That's probably why I wanted to pick this animal deck. Cause I'm like, there's something with the animals. Okay. I want to see camel. So camel's fire. So these two are fire. energy. The moon is Pisces. I don't know what judgment. I want to say that's fire or earth. Excuse me. You know, it'd be nice if they had these in alphabetical order. But no, resourceful, camel, resourceful, independent, knows oneself. When out of balance, dehydrated, lacks vitality. Well, there you go, drink some water. I was going to say that, but I'm like, that gets old fast. So the book said it. Cobra, pausing, waiting, the inner teacher. When out of balance, know-it-all, egocentric. Wow, yeah. Interesting. Wow. So I feel like you're really needing to get the inner child out right now and let the tantrum unfold. And what's interesting I want to share with you is that I've been having a lot of dreams, and they're consecutive, and they're about the same people over and over, the same kind of situations, similar situations. You might be running into that too. And I talked to my therapist about it today because I'm like, I'm always trying to figure out what's behind my dreams or any kind of message that I'm getting, because that's the whole point of this, right? I'm trying to learn and grow. And I realize that, you know, I've gotten my closure. Like, I'm not looking for justice, or I used to be looking for justice for things, right? I'm not looking for that. So I'm like, why does this keep coming up? It's unresolved in some sort of way. But it had me looking at people I used to date, right? Okay, so I oftentimes would have guys that I was drawn to that were unavailable. Whether they were with somebody else, yes, I was that person, and that's okay if you are too. Like, it's something we have to learn. We have to learn self-respect, self-worth, all of that. I'm not shaming you or myself. Like, I'm not proud of what I've done, but, you know, it's who I was at the time, and I know why I did it, and I've asked God for forgiveness, and I've, you know, worked on healing that part of me. But anyway, I sought out, you know, men in positions of power because I thought, oh, that's gonna prove my worth, or, you know, I thought that was attractive. But a lot of times that is the egocentric, wherever that was, the Cobra, I think, you know, I was looking for love in the wrong places, just point blank. And then I've been having a lot of dreams about work. So, you know, that need to, approval, looking for approval in general, but, you know, performing, trying to be, like, I literally had a dream last night about one of my bosses talking about reviews, and I was working in a different position, but I knew I was going to have to answer phones. And like, looking back at where, you know, I used to be in customer service. I'm sure without you even knowing me, other than me reading for you, you can tell why they would pick me, because I'm personable. People like me, I'm charismatic, and that's not an ego thing. That's just who I am. I'm genuine. I want to help people, right? But being that I'm more introverted than extroverted, I just recently took the 16 personality test. I'm an 82% introvert, okay? I just am. When I'm around people that I love, I can be extroverted. But even with the people I love, I am so much better one-on-one. And that's something that I've talked about, but until I said it out loud just now, I never really thought about. That's introversion to a T. So like, if I was with 3 of my favorite people, I probably would feel comfortable that 3 of them were there. But in most cases, I am so much better one-on-one with you than I am with a group of people. So I was put in positions that I wasn't comfortable in, and I had to perform. And that's what I've been doing my whole life. So all that to say, right, I've been having dreams about that kind of thing. And that's probably because my inner child has been coming out to say, you know, that really wasn't fair, that you put me through those things, or that we had to go through those things. But it started over here somewhere, and now we just have to, you know, speak out about it and get upset. It wasn't fair. You're right. So let's let it out. Maybe I thought I was done with it, but I guess I'm not. And I need to be angry, allow myself to be angry, because, you know, when I look back at some situations, I didn't even really I gave myself time to grieve and process, but I never really got super angry. You know, I got upset a few times, but I never gave myself room to get fucking pissed off. This is kind of what's coming through for you. Allow your inner child to just freak flag fly and get pissed. Like, you know, swear words. Kids aren't allowed to say swear words, or they shouldn't, I guess. Most parents don't like that. But maybe curse it up outside. I don't know. Do something. Go to a rage room. I've done that before. That's so therapeutic. And I was just thinking about that, so maybe I need to do that again. Either way, you know, inner child for sure coming out here. Okay, so 9 of Swords is all about anxiety, restless nights, Hermit, being in the reverse. I feel like maybe you have been, like, if you're introverted like me, maybe you've been kind of in a cocoon for way too long, and now you really need to spread your wings and get out there and with the people and give yourself, like, I feel like you've been nurturing yourself, but maybe you need to nurture your connections again and nurture other things for yourself that you haven't been. Like, if you haven't been drinking enough water, I always say I'm not doing that. I don't know. I try, but best foot forward, but it's not always the case. But either way, I feel like, you know, this isn't for nothing. Like I was saying, the gratitude here, yeah, the shit you went through sucks, right? And you already know it. Like, it happened so you can be who you are now. Like, beautiful. That's a beautiful gratitude, and I say that a lot. But don't let it keep you in your space and not being who you really are, okay? Don't let it taint you or make you feel like there's nowhere for it. Like, it feels like trapped. Like, you need to spread your wings, right? You're not trapped. You're not stuck in that loop of anxiety. And I gotta be honest, actually, I've been feeling, so I know I tell you guys a lot of personal stuff, and I'm not ashamed to do it, because if I'm here to help you, I gotta tell you what, well, I don't have to, but I like to tell you what's going on with me, because I know there's people out there experiencing, similar things. And however you approach your anxiety is up to you. I personally get treatment, and I don't know, months ago went to see a psychiatrist, and I have this physician's assistant that I love there, and I've been seeing him a lot, and I had to go back there because my anxiety was so bad. I think I said this in the last video, that I was having like panic attacks, and my breathing was bad, and like part of it is definitely allergies. I had it happen the other day, and I was able to calm myself down. Like, I didn't get to the point where I was having a panic attack, because it's scary if you can't breathe, you know, well. It wasn't that I couldn't breathe, I just couldn't breathe well. So anyway, I went and saw him, and I talked to him about it, and he put me, I was curious what he could do, and he took me off something. So I take medication. I'm not ashamed of that. And I thought, I want to get off this medication. And actually, my ex-mother-in-law said to me, well, you might, you know, what if you have to stay on your medication? And I was like, and that scared the shit out of me. I didn't want to do that. Well, I was having this discussion with my PA one of the first times I think I met him, and he said, yeah, you're probably going to have to be on medication your whole life. And I cried, and that upset me at the time, but now I don't look at it the same. Like, it, to me, before, it felt like a weakness to have this anxiety, and I still have trouble with it sometimes. It feels like a weakness, but it's part of who I am, you know, like it's not something I should be ashamed of. It's just something that, you know, is, it hinders me a little bit at times, but I'm working with it. The point is I'm trying to do what I can to help myself. That's the big key, okay? So anyway, last time I saw him, I said, you know, I'm just really frustrated because every time it feels like I take a step forward, I get stopped and I feel like I'm going backwards. Those were my like exact words. And he said, well, I wish there was a magic pill I could give you and everything would be better, but unfortunately it doesn't work like that. Sometimes you have to play around with the meds till they work for you. And then he said to me, Colette, you just lost your dad. So that is not helping your anxiety. And I'm like, I know. So all of that to say, you know, if you're like me and you suffer with anxiety, and it gets you it pulls you into a place, right, where you feel like you can't move, you can't do anything. There's still hope, you know, you're still free. Sometimes you just have to let yourself recognize it for what it is and then move forward. I'm going to share one more thing and I'm going to move on because it's kind of tying into what I'm saying. I'm going to see what this hummingbird says. But the other night, after I got my phone set up, my new phone, actually what's cool about this, it's my mom's phone, old phone, and it's got my dad's phone case. And I was going to try to get my dad's number, but I couldn't, unfortunately. But either way, it's special to me, right? So anyway, I got the phone set up and then I went and picked up my business card. And I knew the second I created that phone line, there was something special about it that was going to advance me, that was going to advance my business, was going to advance me to another level because I'm stepping into the spotlight. Even though I'm afraid of it, I'm stepping into the spotlight more. So I was laying in bed the other night and then all of a sudden I just felt this like heaviness on my chest, but it wasn't anxiety. I just felt like heavy energy, dark energy. So I shut my eyes and it was like all I could see was fog, but it was like dark fog. Like it was almost like gray clouds. I don't know, like gray and black. So I called on Archangel Michael, who is a really good protector. I say that a lot. And the fog was trying to clear up, but he couldn't do it alone. So I started saying the Our Father. And if you don't believe in that, that's okay. You can say whatever it is that, talk to whoever you feel like can protect you. So I kept saying Our Father over, and it kept on, like the light would be coming in and then it would whoop, whoop, like it was like I was fighting the darkness, right? So eventually I said the Our Father so many times that there was no more fog. And, you know, you can take it how you want, but I knew part of it was fear because of the leveling up, because of the stepping into the unknown, stepping into a space where I don't feel necessarily comfortable being seen more, and having people be able to contact me more personally, right? I also kind of looked at it like the devil was trying to pull me backwards. So all of that to say, that's kind of this energy. It's like, okay, well, there's going to be things that try to get in your way, or that maybe it's in your mind, like you're trying to get in your own way, and that's okay. Like, you're going to have moments like that, but you're going to persevere. You have this in you and you've always had it. And every time you get back up from this and you start moving forward, it just gives you more power. It gives you more stamina is the word I want to use. And it just gives you more determination to get there. And maybe that's what you need to hold on. Maybe that's a gratitude thing for you where it's like, okay, yeah, I've been so afraid for so long and my anxiety gets the better of me a lot, but there's moments where I come on here and I'm doing what I love, and that's a forward movement, and I'm so grateful that I have the option and the liberty to do that. Okay, the freedom, the horses, I have the freedom to do what I love, and it's a beautiful thing. So hummingbirds, air, that's actually our, oh no, the owl. Okay, I was like, that's our only air one. Where is air? That's what I gotta remember. That's the ground, earth. I thought earth was first, so where's air? That's water. It's gotta be the next one. Oh no, I guess air is last, and I didn't know that. Okay, hummingbird. Okay, positive, enthusiastic, spiritually resourceful. When in balance, smart, curious, loves to learn. That's beautiful. Yeah, you've learned so much from those experiences, and you know that, and you're still filled with love. See, I was talking about love and gratitude. Like, be proud of yourself. You could have turned out completely different, but you chose to be in the love and light. I mean, not the toxicity, love and light. You recognize shit gets dark sometimes, like, but you're in this light energy, this love energy, because you're here to do something with that. And embrace it. Don't hide from it. Okay. Knight of Wands with octopus. So your hand's in too many things for sure. Feels like a octopus, you know, reaching, yearning, lacking boundaries and direction. Why not have balance? Needy, clingy, lacks courage. Well, but you have courage. You're the Knight of Wands. There's a balance in all things, right? It's okay to feel like scared, like have that fear, right? But one thing you don't want to do is try to overextend yourself, okay? And I've been working on that. I almost didn't do this video today because I was a little tired, but I decided to give myself a breather and meditate, and then I said I'd see how I felt, and I felt good when I got up, so that's why I came here. There's more of that needed. Yeah, that's still like the Knight of Swords energy where you're just like all over the place kind of thing. You need to rein in I was gonna say noodles. Yeah, you're gonna need to rein in the noodles, not the tentacles. And focus on, it doesn't even have to be one thing at a time, but at least like focus on what it is you want to do in this moment. You know what I noticed the other day? I feel like I gotta share. I used to be the kind of person, and I think a lot of us do this just because of how things are in this time period, this, 2020s, 2026, 2000s, whatever, technology, where I would get up in the morning and I'd be like, okay, I got to do this, 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 and this. And it's like, whoa, slow down. You're making yourself anxious to start the day. And I started doing that again. And I was like, what are you doing? You haven't even had your coffee. You love coffee. Focus on the coffee. So that's what I did. So that's kind of what this energy feels like. You're a little scattered right now, and you probably feel this shift coming. And it's like, I'm panicking. That's really what this feels like. But you've got this, okay? You've got it. Growth and cosmic egg. I want to see what this one says, because this is a spirit card, and this is going to kind of tell where you're at right now, what chakra to focus on, and then we'll pull a few more cards and we'll call it. And I want to hear in the comments how you get your inner child to cooperate. Maybe you got tips for me. Or how you resonated with the reading, what you're doing right now. Oh, it's the last card. Completion, harmony, the infinite within the finite. Let's see what, the cosmic egg is the final card in the journey of the animal spirit deck, and it represents the unfolding of cosmic consciousness. Wow. This state emerges after we have thread the path for quite some time. And through self-effort and grace, we experience self-realization. A sense of contentment and oneness spontaneously arises within us, and the veils of our self-limiting beliefs are lifted. When the essence of the cosmic egg has not been activated, we may feel as if we will never get there, or that we travel alone, never get there, stop. Or that we travel alone, disconnected from others. Even if our encounter with this card is brief, appearing as a momentary glimmer or flash of interconnectedness, its potent energy stays with us. The cosmic egg is a remedy for the fragmentation of modern life. It's through the power of this card that we are reminded of the cosmic contract within it at the beginning. We hold on to life, and life holds on to us. The journey is complete, but it does not end. The cosmic egg and the seventh chakra. The subtle essence of this cosmic egg resides at the crown chakra at the top of the head. That's what I figured. One of the aims of yoga and meditation practice is to channel energy from the base of the spine upward towards your crown. Each of the 6 lower chakras plays an important role along this journey. And once the final epic center of consciousness is activated, it is said to radiate the light of a million suns. I love this. Wow. You're so connected. You've got this. You're already there. And it's funny, someone I know has a cross that looks kind of like this. Maybe that's something you want to invest in, or maybe you've got one. There's something significant about that. I literally just saw someone with that. Okay, that's beautiful. Growth. You've grown so much. Give gratitude for that. Recognize how you've grown, because that's a big deal. Okay, I think I want a couple of these and then an affirmation. Feels significant for gratitude, obviously. Divine. Oh, don't compromise. Yeah. Duh. We're not gonna. Yeah, that might be a thing you're thinking too. Well, I'll just let this be as good as it gets so I don't get let down again. Yeah, because I'm like, there's something else, but I can't put my finger on it. That's definitely a feeling you're probably having. Well, I don't want to be let down, so I'm just going to accept what is right now. It's like, no, the fuck you will. Everything's okay. Disbelief alone. Yeah, you're feeling rainbows are significant. You're feeling like blessing in disguise, angst, unaware, significance, expectation. Well, inner child, what was I saying? I've been seeing 444 a lot. Rainbows. Okay, everything's okay. Reverse, disbelief alone, unanswered, frustrated. Yeah, God knows. You feel alone. You feel like, how can I trust that this is going to work out? You're not answering me. But it's not the truth. You need to see where God has already answered you and find the moments from day to day where you can be grateful that it's a blessing for you, that you have blessings. Raziel, rainbow, enlightened, adaptable, soulful, connected, beautiful. See? It's all tying together. We love it. That's kind of giving the Statue of Liberty vibe from like Ghostbusters. Your love is lifting me higher and higher. Maybe you need to listen to that song. That's a beautiful song. Do I have that song? I'm going to have to get that if I don't. I think I do. Your love is lifting me. That's that every time I watch that, I get chills every single time. I cut the deck and I saw that card. That's so funny. Earlier. Abundance, okay. Yin, sanctuary. You need like a place in your home, if you don't have one already, that's a sanctuary for you. Maybe it's the bath. There's a lot of water. Maybe you need to take a bath. I haven't taken one in a long time. I shower, okay? I don't stink. No. River path. I am adaptable. Shut the front door. Like a flowing river, there are 100 ways I can reach my goal. There are 100 ways I can reach any goal, and I move smoothly around obstacles to find my path. My hope flows eternal like a river. So maybe you need to start looking at those obstacles as not obstacles. Maybe you need to come up with a better word for them so they don't feel so big. Because that's like the way that's where I saw the word obstacle, and it just felt like they were easy. Like it wasn't even an obstacle. Universe of abundance. I am connected to the unlimited goodness of the universe. Everything that is happening now is happening for my ultimate good. Yes, absolutely. See? Everything's working out for you. And then Yin, can you tell I'm getting tired? Yin Sanctuary. I am refreshed. The Yin Sanctuary offers a soft and peaceful space to rest, like the moon over a calm sea. This divine energy restores my spirit and nurtures me with stillness and quiet. I listen to my body and seek the rest it needs. You might do well with like a spa day too, like even just getting a massage or a facial. Like I see that for you. If you've got the extra cash, definitely do that. Okay. You need to splurge on yourself. I feel like giving your inner child something that they wanted as a child that they didn't get would be a cool thing. Or even something that, you know, well, actually, yeah, I see a lot of you giving your inner child like a treat, like an ice cream before dinner, or, you know, like something like that. But you could always get them something that they never thought they would get as a child, or they never did get, or buy something that your inner child or your child as a child you really enjoyed. I see that for you, and that definitely will help, but you do need to let off some steam. Okay. Thank you so much for sticking around if you're here at the end, but thank you for watching. Any likes, shares, comments on my channel, subscribers to my channel are super appreciated and really helpful. I'm trying to monetize my passion. I do that at, I think, 1,000 followers. If you would like to donate to my channel, it's not expected but appreciated. I will put my CashApp, Venmo, and PayPal in the comments. Also, if you would like to book a one-on-one reading with me, I have a phone number now. I will put in the comments along with my booking link. I specialize in trauma. That's why I'm here, like doing this, is to help people with their trauma, because I've worked through a lot of my own. But I can certainly read for you with anything that you need to focus on or want to focus on. The only thing I don't really do is mediumship readings, but if something comes through from a loved one, I absolutely will share it for you. So again, thank you so much for being here, and express your gratitude and talk to me in the comments. I love to see it. Hope this helps.